was not a question asked in a way of being mean, but not at all. But he was actually giving us a couple of examples. What is new here? And I just wanted to say from our perspective what maybe is useful in thinking about these things. What maybe is points that haven't been raised so much before, and what could be useful for further debates. So the 3 points. The first one, I was very, very grateful that I think both of you mentioned the global and regional perspective of social cohesion. I think you mentioned more the global one, and you mentioned the ASEAN and social cohesion. This is a topic, this is of crucial importance. You rightly mentioned that obviously social cohesion is of crucial importance also for rich countries. And as we are living in France, I'm still closely related to Germany. These are crucial debates these days in Germany and France and other OECD countries. So it's by no means that we say this is only an issue for development and developing countries, by no means. But I think the entry point to the debate is, however, quite different. In OECD countries these days, in particular in European, but also in England and in America, it's about often there's the possibilities, opportunities are to some extent shrinking in terms of less growth, a lot of debt, and a lot of things. And people are very much concerned and debate this social cohesion issue from a very different angle. It's not more the opportunities, that it's more how to, in a declining, to some extent, in a also rebalancing economy, going more from consumption-based or debt-based type of thing to how you manage also with education, schooling, health, if resources are less. So I think this is very important, and I think OECD and other international organizations are taking it up and should take it up. But for this report, it was just our angle of our entry point is, as we are also the development center, we're even not allowed formally to work on OECD countries, I have to say. Our really angle was about the shifting world and about looking at these converging countries and what are the challenges here. And as you have seen, even here, there are so many topics that we couldn't address all of them. But you are completely right, I take this point, the global social cohesion, and there are some issues that probably you can only solve regionally or in global. The global public goods debate is linked to it. That, and we mentioned on the regional basis, this migration topic is one topic. So there is definitely a link to it, but unfortunately, already we are at 250 pages. That would mean probably a couple of more pages, or we have to learn to write differently, I don't know. But it's a very well taken point, and I hope we can pick up on some of these issues later on, or some others. We have people here from other international organizations, the ADB, they are all invited to contribute to it. So, but the point is very well taken. The second point, a few points on, because they have been mentioned a couple of times, on very specific issues, civic participation, and Arnim's point and other points of that this is really something new and we should add it to the development model. We actually have an own chapter on civic participation, and I haven't presented it. Now sometimes I think I should present it more. This is obviously, as you can understand, for us, for OECD, it's a quite critical, I mean, it's also a political charge, diplomatic, not easy